Hello, I'm Austin Heyman. Welcome to Seniors Today, a monthly program produced by the Commission on Aging and devoted entirely to issues and interests of Montgomery County seniors. This month we learn about an organization devoted to the rich history and culture of Montgomery County, and we talk to two board members from the Maryland Senior Olympics. Montgomery County's Department of Permitting Services has launched a revised Design for Life incentive program intended to increase the number of accessible and livable housing in Montgomery County through tax incentives. And joining me to tell us more is Diane Jones, the Director of the Department of Permitting Services. Well, welcome to Seniors Today, Diane.
Good morning, Austin. Thank you for having me.
Design for Life, what does that mean?
Well, Design for Life is a program that is intended to make homes accessible for everybody. It's all ages and all stages. And it's welcoming to everyone, as you can see by our little emblem there.
So that's a new website that you just launched.
It is a new website, and we are making homes barrier-free, and Montgomery County will help people do it by helping people pay for it through property tax credits.
So what kind of things can I get credit for?
Well, it depends what you do. You can do as little as you want or as much as you want. You can do something that is just called accessible features, which would be maybe you want to put grab bars in, maybe you want to put a slide or a glide to go upstairs. You can get a tax credit for that.
Oh, I can see this, like this bathroom has grab bars, and it's probably also, it's made wider for, is that right?
That is correct. So if you were to put the grab bars in and you wanted to perhaps move a wall a little bit or widen a door, you could get a property tax credit for doing that. You could also make your home what is called visitable, which means that you can come in, you've got a ramp, a no-step entry. And one of the things we want people to realize is you can do a no-step entry. There are things you can do to your home in any variety of ways, whether you've got a no-step entry at the front door or you've got a no-step entry at the side door, or even through your garage if you wanted to put in a ramp. We will provide a property tax credit to help you do that.
So, I mean, I'm sure it varies, but when you say credit, what kind of, can you give me an example?
I can. There are different levels. As I said, you can do as little or as much as you want. If you're doing an accessibility feature, you can get property tax credits up to $2,500 against your property taxes. If you make your home livable, you've got a no-step entry, you've got an accessible hallway or pathway, you've got a room for visitation and an accessible powder room, you can get up to a $3,000 property tax credit. That's a dollar for dollar. Accessibility features are a 50% of the cost, but livable, you get 100% of the cost up to $3,000, or you make your home actually livable, which means that the kitchen is also accessible, a bathroom, a full bathroom, and a bedroom is accessible in addition to the entry and the hallways. And you can get up to $10,000 as a property tax credit.
So, I mean, I'm just thinking, supposing my taxes were like, say, $5,000 a year. So if I got a $10,000 credit, that would be for 2 years, you mean?
No, the way it would work is that you can, it's $2,000 per year.
Oh, I see.
For until the credit is used up. So if you've got a $5,000 property tax credit and you get a $10,000 property tax, year one you would get $2,000, year two you would get $2,000,
right,
all the way up through year 5.
Right. So this is fairly new, within the last year or so, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. This program was launched in July 1st, 2014, which would be fiscal year 15. We've already really more than doubled what we would see in any given year in the types of programs, projects that are coming in with this property tax credit.
So are builders using? I mean, so if you build a new house, for example,
so
are any builders interested in doing this?
We're starting to see projects come in. There is Classic Homes does these homes. We've had other projects come in. We'd had a press conference recently to launch our website, which I really do want everybody to know. Our website is designforlifemc.org. Visit it. All the information you could possibly want about the program is in one place at designforlifemc.org.
Yeah, I looked at it. It's terrific. It's very, very, very informative.
Thank you. It's very user-friendly. It's got, if you're a homeowner, if you're a builder, we want to feature the builders who are doing this. We have a gallery of homes, not just, this is one of our featured homes, but this one in particular. But we want, we have other homes too. We want to promote the builders who are doing this kind of housing. We want to promote the designers who are doing this. And we want to help our residents to be able to use their homes, to grow into their homes and use their homes throughout their lives.
Yeah, well, I mean, increasingly, as you know, folks want to stay in their home, I mean, to the extent that they can. And as the aging condition, sometimes folks develop problems. And so this would be very helpful to modify your home in some way to be able to stay in it.
That is the intent of the program. We don't want people to have, even temporarily, to have to move out because a mobility issue impairs somebody's ability to use their home. So rather than have to incur the costs that might go with having to move into a facility temporarily, you can make improvements to your home. And they feature very nicely into the design of the home. This is a Design for Life kitchen. You know, it's very marketable. It's a beautiful kitchen, and you can see it's got nice wide open areas where a mobility aid can move around, nice wide hallways, the wider doors, and even down here you've got a lower counter. We want to give people ideas of things that you can do.
That's an interesting idea.
To make your home livable and visitable. And here, for example, you can fit, if you've got a chair or a walker aid, you can actually fit it underneath the sink. And there are other examples too. I really would invite people to come
look at our
pictures. We've got some great photos.
And if folks have questions, is there some place that they can call to get help?
Well, we have, yes, absolutely. 311 is probably the best way to call, because that will put a request in to us and we will respond to it. Our website, though, again, designforlifemc.org, has a wealth of information, and including how to apply for it. It's got a brochure that you can download the brochure. It has a little cheat sheet. If you click on the icon or even the words Montgomery County Property Tax Credit Program, you've got a little cheat sheet that really summarizes everything that's covered and to what extent it's covered.
Well, it's very exciting. Well, gee, thank you for coming in, and I didn't even know about this until you just, well, there was this press conference, and it was good.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. And again, all ages, all stages of life. That's what we want people's homes to be for them.
Thanks, Diane.
Thank you.
When we return, we'll tell about an organization educating people about the rich culture and history of Montgomery County. So please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Looking for a way to get around downtown Silver Spring? Hop on the Route 28 Van Go Free Circulator. The Route 28 Van Go Free Circulator provides rides Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to midnight and Friday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 2 a.m. Fast, convenient, and free. There's no better way to get around downtown. To find out more information about the Route 28 Van Go Free Circulator, including route information, visit us online or dial 311.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going. Recycle more now.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who take action are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making Home Affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Welcome back to Seniors Today. The Heritage Tourism Alliance of Montgomery County, known as Heritage Montgomery, is an initiative created by county leaders and state officials to raise the profile of the area's heritage, ensuring that residents and visitors alike understand and value the county's full history. And joining me to tell us more is Sarah Rogers, the Executive Director of Heritage Montgomery. Well, welcome to Seniors Today.
Thank you so much. Pleasure to be here.
Heritage Montgomery, tell us tell us a little bit more about that mission.
It's a big mission. We're an umbrella agency looking out for more than 40 different sites, parks, and museums throughout the county. And we have a calendar that's up all year round that tells special events. We provide grants. We are state funded and also county funded. And we provide over $20,000 a year in mini grants. And then we also provide state grants of up to $100,000 a year.
So who do the grants go to?
They go to our partners, which is what we call our 40 different sites.
The sites, I see.
Yeah, and so they can come to us for anything as small as $2,500 to maybe print brochures, or as large as a capital grant to maybe repoint brickwork in a historic house.
Well, that's terrific.
So yeah.
So tell us a little bit about some of these sites.
Well, they range from the National Park Service, the C&O Canal, and all those wonderful lock houses that you can rent and stay the night in.
And like I've been to the Clara Barton House. That must be one.
Yes,
of them. Yeah.
that's one of our sites also. A lot going on with cycling and kayaking and hiking along the C&O Canal. And then we have Poolsville, which is a lovely old farm town.
Oh, right.
And we've got things, the museum, which is the MOO.
Where is that? I don't think I know about that one.
That is in Gaithersburg, and it's the big old barns in the soccerplex, and it tells the really interesting story of dairy farming in Montgomery County.
Well, we have this agricultural reserve, which is like about a third of the county. I mean, people don't know about it, really.
Yes, and that is it's 93,000 acres. And it's so successful, it's often copied. It's used as a model for other areas that want to preserve their agricultural history in close suburban proximity.
So there are opportunities to visit farms, I think, at some point.
There are farms, Button Farm, you can visit that. That tells the story of African American life in the 1850s. They have heirloom pigs and chickens and things for all ages.
And I recall also there's a lot, the Civil War was big in Montgomery County, so I suspect there must be some sites that...
Loads.
Loads. Yeah.
Lots of them. Actually, a lot of them up around Poolsville and White's Ferry. We're on the National Civil War Trail, and so there are lovely interpretive panels all throughout the county, several of them here in Rockville, that tell the story of, there weren't battles per se, but marching to Antietam and Gettysburg, they came across the Potomac and camped here before they deployed to other areas. So there's a lot of pretty rich history.
So how does one find out about all of this? I mean, it looks to me like you have a brochure there.
We do. This is last year's brochure, but it has our logo on it. And so there are brochures throughout the county at the libraries and given to different organizations, the Montgomery Community Service Groups, also our website you can go to, which is heritagemontgomery.org. And you can call us on the phone at 301-515-0753.
Well, that brochure sounds like a very useful, because I guess there's so many things. Is there a map in that too?
There is. We have a map of all the sites for Heritage Days. One weekend a year for the last 19 years, we have all of our sites, museums and parks open with special events for kids and families.
Neat.
And there, as I've said, there's over 40 of them, and so you need a map. And we have different themed areas. We have a transportation theme, we have African American history, we have the Ag Reserve, and we have what we call Heritage Gems. And the Heritage Days is open free for the weekend of June 25th and June 26th. This year we hope we don't have rain like last year.
Oh dear.
So we'll have a wonderful time.
So do you normally have to pay to go to some of these places?
You do, and then one of our missions, a lot of these museums are volunteer run, and so they're not open all the time, maybe one Saturday a month. And so this is an opportunity, if you've been driving by a museum or a site or a park and going, I wonder what's going on there. This is an opportunity that you know it's open. It's open for free from noon to 4 on the Saturday and or the Sunday, and you can just go in and
You mentioned volunteers, so are some of these organizations looking for volunteers to help staff?
Yes.
I guess they'd have to get in touch with the individual site.
Or us.
Through you?
Yes, we are happy to, if a volunteer has particular skills or interests, give us a call.
I bet there are people that, by watching this, that might want to do that.
That would be wonderful.
Now, I think when we talked earlier, you mentioned there's a new site opening, Woodlawn Stone Barn Center?
Stone Barn Visitor Center, and that's our partners at Montgomery Parks are opening that up. It's partially financed through one of the state grants that they got through us, so we're very proud of it. But they've restored a beautiful 4-story stone barn. It was built in 1832, I believe. And it tells the story of African Americans and the Quakers. The Quakers, very early, the Quaker villages decided that they really wanted to question the idea of slavery. And so they freed their enslaved people early in the 1800s.
So was actually Montgomery County a place for the Underground Railroad?
Yes, and the Underground Railroad hike leaves from Woodlawn Barn.
Oh, is that right?
And it's a wonderful hike. It's the experience of, what would it be like if you're leaving your home, you're going someplace that you don't know, and there's no luggage that you take with you.
So where is it located, actually?
It is located just outside Sandy Spring,
Sandy Spring.
At the Woodlawn Cultural Park.
Okay.
And really nice state-of-the-art exhibits.
And that's going to be in June?
Yes.
Well, that's
Yes.
exciting. So
That'll
June
be
is a
open.
big month.
It is. Well, and it is one of our many sites that will be open.
For the Heritage.
Yeah, the 25th and 26th. Yes.
There's a lot. Wow, there's a lot going on.
And free.
And free.
And a great opportunity to pack the grandkids in the car and just go spend the day. Most of these sites have children's activities, balloon men, magic tricks,
Okay, wow.
music, and you just sit and enjoy your local sites.
Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you so much.
Terrific information.
Great.
When we come back, we'll close the show today with information about Olympic events only for seniors, so please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, mister, down here. You illegally passed the stop school bus. I'm placing you in timeout, and this timeout means big fines, plus you really could have hurt somebody. That's why school buses are being equipped with video cameras to help kids like me stay safe, so respect the bus.
The pain will not control us. It will never break us, define us, or keep us still. Because arthritis can't beat us if we beat it first. In the fight against arthritis, you need a weapon. What's yours? Visit the Arthritis Foundation at fightarthritispain.org.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Be active, Montgomery. Be active, Montgomery. Be active, Montgomery. Be active, Montgomery.
Welcome back to Seniors Today. Since 1980, the Maryland Senior Olympics has played a major role in helping promote physical fitness and wellness for active adults age 50 and above. Joining me to tell us more are Carmen Campbell, the chair of the Board of Commissioners for Maryland Senior Olympics, and George Vedekad, another member of the board. Welcome to Seniors Today.
Thank you.
Nice
We're
to be
happy
here.
to be here.
Well, the Maryland Senior, tell us a little bit about how did it all get started? It's been going on a while.
It's been going on since 1980. Dr. Bob Ziegler first started the Olympics in Towson, Maryland, at the university, and we've been conducting it ever since.
So what kind of activities are going on in the?
We have about 28 different
28.
events.
Wow.
We participate in that. We organize all those tournaments for them. And we have a national game every second year. So there will be a qualifying year. You qualify for eligibility to the national.
So are they year round, or do they just get started now?
Our first event will be in May.
May.
It will be a cycling event. We have Montgomery County actually hosts over half of these events.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, that's convenient for us.
That's right.
Yeah.
They've been a great participant, sponsor for our games. Some of the sports have multiple events, like track and field, swimming, tennis. So we conduct them throughout the year. Our last event will be in October of this year.
Wow. So roughly how many people participate in each year?
Normally we have around 1,200.
1,200. Wow,
right.
That's a lot.
This, as George said, this is a qualifying year for the national event, and so we usually have a larger participation in the qualifying years.
Right.
They come from all over the state, but again, Montgomery County usually has the most participants.
And they're located not only in the county, but some of the neighboring counties.
Neighboring counties, and participation mostly in track and field is more number of
the
people
most popular,
because of the most popular one,
Yeah.
and the next one is swimming.
Swimming, yeah.
Because we have so many.
So how did you get started, George?
I am a tennis player, and I always have been active in Montgomery County tennis and USTA for nationals. We have been doing
great.
that. Then I wanted to devote some of my time when I got retired for the well-being of people, to get them activated into that. It's not just living a long life,
No, it's
but we wanted the
doing-
quality of life.
Right.
So that's where I got in, and I'm there for about 5 years. And Carmen is for.
You've been at it longer.
I actually started in 1996.
Wow.
And I
So
started
this is your
playing.
20th anniversary.
It is quite momentous. I started playing softball as well as bowling and tennis. Softball is my major sport, and I compete with a traveling team that goes all over the country.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. So you mentioned it's over 50, but a 50-year-old doesn't compete with a 80-year-old. How do they work that?
That's correct. It starts with age groups of 5-year increments, and it goes all the way up to, actually at the Nationals we see people over 100 competing.
I've seen a 102-year-old
Yes.
man.
Really?
Shook hands with him in Houston.
Yes.
Wow. So how does one find out about where and when and so on?
We actually have a booklet that we send out in the mail. This is the Maryland Senior Olympics registration booklet. We have a website.
Oh, tell us what the website is.
www.marylandmdseniorolympics.org.
Okay. And if folks want to use a phone or something, is there a phone number that?
Yes.
Yes, there's a phone number as well. It's 240-777-4930.
Yeah, I think that the local headquarters is at Holiday Park.
That's correct. That's right. We have an executive director, Ted Roth, and he and his staff does a wonderful job of putting together the games for us.
So, is there a charge?
Yes, some of the most of the events we have an entry fee for one event, and every consecutive events, what you're doing in 2 or 3, then it will be a very nominal thing, like $5. 25 is the
Do most people participate only in one event? I mean, or do they do multiple events?
We have quite a few.
You sounded like you.
We have quite a few athletes in the state of Maryland.
And there's 3, and other people do the
3.
same thing. Yeah.
Right. I normally participate in softball, bowling, and some track and field events.
Wow.
I do them basically as friendly competition with some persons I started with when I first started participating.
Wow. So I gather from what you're saying that you've done things all your life.
I did have an injury when I was 19, which kind of prohibited me from doing the hard sports. So that's when I took up bowling, because you only had to go forward. I've been doing that. I found out when I got 50, however, that everybody has disabilities, and so we compete against each other regardless of our physical attributes.
And you've been playing tennis?
Tennis for all my life.
Forever, huh?
And I've been teaching
you teach tennis?
Not anymore.
For
the younger kids, years back I started teaching them, and I enjoy being with them and organizing the tennis tournaments all in this area, Montgomery County, and I participate in all of them, including PG County.
That's terrific.
Yeah, it's a very rewarding thing to see seniors come in, and they're so much interested in competing, and some of the, as it's a very strenuous game, tennis. So
it can
every year we always have.
Some of my friends, as you get older, you go from singles to doubles, so you don't have to run so much.
Sure. But we still play singles too. I'm 79 years old. I still play singles and doubles.
You still play singles?
Singles and doubles.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Every nationals we go.
So the nationals, you said, are coming up the next year?
Yes, 2017.
So in order to qualify to compete, you have to do...
Previous year.
You have to do pretty well this year, is that it?
You have to finish. Some events allow 4 entrants, and others, most of them do 3. The top 3 persons.
I see.
Or team.
Yeah. Where are the nationals going to be?
In Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
2017.
In 2017. Right. Okay. Well, that's a goal to.
Yes.
Yeah.
We will be competing.
I bet you guys will be there.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I hope, because there's always new people coming up.
Thanks so much for coming in to tell us about the Maryland Senior Olympics.
You're welcome.
Nice to be with you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Well, that's it for this month's Seniors Today. Don't forget that you can access a great deal of information about county services for seniors by going to the Montgomery County Senior website at www.montgomerycountymd.gov/seniors, or call the Senior Resource Line at 240-777-3000. And as always, thank you for watching Seniors Today.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to care of you.
There's a reason why area law enforcement are out enforcing pedestrian and traffic safety laws and preventing killer pedestrian crashes. Be alert, be street smart,